Can you see my next slide? No? Ah, yes. So, an innovator, person who introduces new methods, new ideas. You have teachers in your school. So some teacher might come up with a new method of teaching, right? And new ideas to create something, come up with a new product, right? Awesome process to make that product. These, if you come up with such ideas, such solutions that create a value, you can see I have colored it in green, that creates a value or solves a problem or improves the existing solution. That's called innovation. But there is one very important property of innovators, that is, they are not afraid of challenges. They can challenge the present status quo. Okay, so they can challenge that, okay, this solution, what you have, is not long lasting. If I do it in this way, it will be cost effective, it will be long lasting, all these things. So those people are called innovators. And you believe me, you young people and the students of your school are actually seeds of it, because they have the most inquisitive mind. They question a lot. So if they can be answered in a proper way, they can become innovators. So for students, it is very important to understand that they have to think such that they can come up with new method or idea or some new product or process and all, and create some value for the society. For example, as I said, they can be problem solver. The innovators are problem solver. Let me give you an example of it. In 1970, NASA Apollo mission, right? They undertook this Apollo 13 mission. Apollo 13 mission. Now, when the Apollo 13 was in the space, an accident occurred. What happened is that in the command module where the astronauts were, there were 3 astronauts. Where the astronauts were there, in that there was an accident, or the oxygen tank, it exploded. So what happened? They have to come out of that command module. And as similar to what you have lifeboats in a ship and all, there is also a lifeboat in a satellite, in a mission, space mission. Okay, and that's called lunar module. So all the 3 astronauts, they moved from the command module to the lunar module for their survival. Now, in a lunar module, you know, the lifeboats are not as big as the ship, right? So lunar module was a smaller space. The lunar module was designed for 2 people to survive for only 30 hours. But if these 3 astronauts had to come back to the Earth safely, they needed around 90 hours to survive in that lunar module. 2 people for 30 hours. Now they are 3 people, and they had to survive for 90 hours. So now the problem is, when 3 people are there, right, they give out more carbon dioxide to the environment, right? And it's a small module where only 2 people can accommodate, but now 3 are there. So carbon dioxide level will go up very quickly. And when the carbon dioxide level go up very quickly, then these people cannot survive, right? So it was a question of survival, how to survive in such a situation. So there was a carbon dioxide filter in a lunar module as well as in the command module, but their designs were different. In lunar module, it had a circular carbon dioxide filter, and in command module, they had a square module. So what happened with that? They had to fit extra carbon dioxide filter in the lunar module. But from where the extra carbon dioxide filter will come? It will come from the command module. But that had a square filter. And here lunar module had a circular filter. So there was a design problem. And now you are sitting in a space. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि भाई हम ले जाए उसको किसी दुकान में ले जाए उसको ठीक कराए सर्कुलर कराए और लेकर आए कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो. You are in the space inside a module and you have to change. You have to somehow fit this square module in a circular module. How to do it? So that's the innovation they did. They solved this problem, and this Apollo mission, in this Apollo mission, you can look at this YouTube video, how they fitted this square module into a circular module, got the air filtered and working for 90 hours and come back safely. All the 3 astronauts, where you had the capacity only for the 2 astronauts and 30 hours, right? So that was the innovation that they did with the material that was available to them. So this is called problem solving. And this is an innovative idea that later on became very famous. And wherever you need to, fix a square module in a circular module, that solution is used. Okay, so this was called a life hack. And so this kind of a problem solving is called an innovation. The astronauts, they themselves came up with these ideas, how to fix it, and then they made themselves survive and come back to the Earth. Now, along with being a problem solver, you are creating a value. If you are an innovator, you are creating a value. Now, what do you mean by value creation? Has anybody any idea what do you mean by value creation? Praneet?
Yes, ma'am.
Praneet?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think value creation is basically whatever you created. There's some value to it. So, like, if I made something, there's something value to it. So maybe giving the credit or something like that.
Not really. What you are talking about in terms of the monetary this thing, right? Nitesh, yes, please.
Ma'am, value creations means like generating or increasing a value of a thing in order it can be used or utilized for other things also.
Exactly. So you have an existing thing, you are adding value to it, right? You are doing something which adds its value. Okay. So, for example, अभी विंटर का सीजन है, मटर पराठा खाया होगा को, राइट? मम्मी ने बना के दिया होगा मटर पराठा, राइट? और वो मटर बाजार से डैडी खरीद के लाए होंगे. Now you have a fresh matar right now. But when the winter season is not there, you cannot have this matar crop, right? But you can get it in other seasons. How? There was an innovator who came up with the idea to freeze it. Similarly, if you to freeze it, so different vegetables, you get this in your market and every day you use it actually. So you freeze, somebody came up with the process by which you can actually freeze the vegetables, retain their taste, retain their freshness, and keep it frozen for a long time, such that when the season is not there, even in the summer, we use frozen matar. And this company we know, maximum of us use it, right? This frozen matar. We use frozen matar, frozen vegetables and all. And you can enjoy your frozen, your matar paratha even in the summer season, right? Now, another example, if I give you Maggi. आप लोग मैगी खाते हो? मैगी पहले क्या बोलते? सिर्फ नूडल्स बनता था. Now Maggi came up with the variations. Maggi came up with some very tikha masala, with some vegetables and with some chicken. So your non-veg and veg lovers, everybody has the option. So what they did, first of all, notice that it was a noodle. किस चीज से बना था? मैदा. So maida was a basic product which we were using at home. But somebody thought that, okay, if I make it in terms of noodle, people might love it. So they made out of this maida, they made the noodles, 2-minute noodles, right? And sell it in the market and see, आज तक सारे बच्चे खाते हैं. अगर noodles की नाम लो तो वो बोलते हैं मैगी खाना है, right? So they have the noodles. And then in that noodles, later on, they added more value by adding vegetables, adding some masala, adding some chicken, or a lot of varieties has come, right? So this is called value addition or creation of the value. Okay. So this way, this is another way of innovation. So you have to come up with some, you see, these are very simple ideas. But the thing is, you have to think about it. Okay. Now, problem solver, value creator, another kind of innovators whom we call as visionaries. Okay, visionary. That means they can see, they can vision it for the long term. Can you give some example of visionaries? Anyone?
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was a scientist.
Ratan Tata, ma'am.
Tesla.
Ratan Tata, Elon Musk. Very good. And
APJ Abdul Kalam.
sorry?
Tesla.
Abdul Kalam, yes. He was a visionary for our space program, right? Very good. So, what I like Steve Jobs a lot. See, he revolutionized the computing, the music, mobile phone. And now everybody runs after iPhone, iPads, iPods, right? Apple computers. So Steve Jobs was an innovator. And when he designed his things, he was thinking about it. He thought, he gave a vision to it that if I do it in this way, then it can run for a long term. So we have to go this way. First, I don't know, you might not have seen it, your parents might have seen it, or yeah, but I have seen it. The first generation Macintosh computers, the PC they had, right? How they revolutionized it slowly. So they came up with the idea of the security first, that whatever you do in that computer will be secured. Okay. So Steve Jobs is a visionary. Then your Jamshedji Tata, somebody said Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata was a visionary, but then he followed the legacy of Jamshedji Tata. So Jamshedji Tata was the visionary who actually gave the vision of industrializing the India. So he initiated the projects like your Tata Steel, then Tata Power, and he set up also Indian Institute of Science, which you know is a very premier education institute, right? So they are called the visionaries. So to be an innovator, you have to, what you have to give is a thinking. Scientist, Einstein was a scientific innovator, right? So in terms of science, he can see the vision. Okay. So in a way you can call him visionary, but he's a scientific innovator actually, a problem solver actually. So as scientist, you can Einstein, you can categorize him in problem solver. Okay. So now that we know what kind of innovators we have, the three basic this thing. Now next word is property. Tell me, what do you mean by property? What do you mean by property? Anyone? How do you define property?
Something of your belonging that is yours.
Yeah, some belonging which is ours, right? Which we can claim legally to be ours, right? It has to be legally ours. So that is what is called property. Now, give an example.
Ma'am, our
Give an
land.
House.
exactly. Your house, your land, your car, your bike, and the properties and the furnitures or anything that you have in your own house, even in a rented house, when you have all your furnitures or your electrical equipment, these are all your property, right? These you can see directly and say that, yeah, this is my property. These are called tangible properties that you can see or exist, right? It's directly yours. Now, there are some properties, some other kind of properties. Can you think of such property? Give some examples.
A property in which triangle, all this angles are angle sum is equals to 180. It's a property.
Yeah, but that's not a legal property. That's a property means that's a characteristic, right? That property means a characteristic. That's a characteristic of a triangle, right? So those are called the characteristics. But that's not the property of yours. These are all your property, right? These are all your property. But triangle characteristics are the property of the triangle, not yours. So tell me what all you can have, some other property.
Ma'am, our nature, behavior.
Yeah, that is your characteristics and that is your biological property, right?
Ma'am,
That is yours.
the copyright or trademarks of our products.
Exactly. There is another thing. ये सारे तुमने जो बोला, yes, सब exist करते हैं. Now there can be those properties are called intangible property, जिनको तुम directly देख नहीं पाते हो, but they exist. For example, you click some photo. You click some photo with your camera. That's your property. That photo is your property. Write your name there in the photograph. Post it online. That's your property. No one can take it out. No one can take it from you. Okay. So, copyright it. Copyright this photograph. These copyrights, whatever you have, you might have seen books. जब तुम books पढ़ते हो, books के पीछे के page में, the back page, it's written copyright, right? Copyright or copyrighted to this publishing or copyrighted to the author. Copyright लिखा हुआ था. So that means that book belongs to that author. You may read it, but the content of it is all with the rights of that content is all with the writer and the publisher. You cannot alter it. You cannot play with that content. That you will think that, okay, I'll change some of the pages, some of the chapters of it, and then publish it. You cannot do it. Okay. As it is, you cannot do it. Whole of the book, you have to make changes. Then only it will be your copyright. You have to file a copyright for it. Okay. Then there are also see this engineering drawing, right? This engineering drawing, somebody has drew some design of the rocket. This is from a patent actually. This with a even building a rocket, before building a rocket, you make the design. Get it design patent. They have got it design patented. This design is your property if it is legally patented. Right? Then look at this chair. This is a dentist chair. This chair was designed by someone. So this design is also a property of somebody. This chair might be used by the dentist, but the design of this chair is a property of some designer. So this is your property. Okay, this design is your property. Yeah, Ishan, please.
Ma'am, you can close that dialog box.
Yeah, but somebody actually raised the hand.
Yes.
Ishan, you want to say something?
Yes. I wanted to say that I have heard that patenting costs a lot. Like it costs a lot.
Okay, I will come to it. I'll show you the real cost. Okay. At the end, I will show you the real cost. I know that's a very wrong myth which is going around. So this design is someone's property, but you are using this design, right? So these are called intangible property. Now let's come to intellectual. What do you mean by intellectual? Intellectual. What is the meaning of intellectual? Anyone?
Idea based.
Ma'am,
Intellect.
ability to solve or process in your mind.
Yes, exactly. The idea or the concept which has come up from your intellect, right? From your brain, from you, from your knowledge, the kind of knowledge you have, from that you have created it, right? So that is called a intellectual property. See, all these which you have, these are all intellectual properties. So these are intangible property which you cannot see directly. Direct use of it. यहाँ आज मैं इस photograph को use कर रही हूँ, but this photograph is of someone else. Somebody else's name is written here, right? So this is called intangible properties, and these are the intellectual properties. So you can have a different kind of intellectual properties. For example, your copyright, trademark, trade secret, and patents. Okay, patents, these are your rights to the invention, the formula. Even if you come up with some, pharmaceutical or chemical formula for some product, you can patent it, and that's your property. Or some process you come up to make that product. For example, this Maggie. Maggie has made noodle out of this maida. The process by which they are making, even that process is patented. Every pharmaceutical drug that comes in the market, even during the COVID period, you have seen those COVID period, right? Like so many vaccines have come out. Every vaccine is patented. The process of it, the formula for it is patented. Trademark. Every company, pharmaceutical company which came up with this COVID vaccine, they had a trademark. All these trademarks are also patented. Even the design of the bottle in which the vaccine was kept, that is also patented. The label which is there, जो label लगा हुआ था उसके ऊपर, that is also patented. Those are all trademarks. Coca-Cola name is a trademark. Nike, these are all trademarks. All brand names that you see all over you, all around you, are all patented. Every industry got the trademark of it. Copyrights that I discussed, book, music. I was reading one news that our Arijit Singh, right? Arijit Singh, the singer, आप सब तो जानते होंगे, right? He decided not to sing for the Indian cinema. Why? See, he has sang so many songs, and all those songs, in all those songs, he has the copyright along with the music director, composer, the directors. all the team. Now he has the copyright. So when this music sells, he gets the money. So he has made lot of money with it. Lot of copyrights are there. He doesn't need to work anymore, I guess. So music, the films, एक film जो बनती है, these are all copyrighted. Okay. Software code. Some of you might become software engineers in the future. So if you write a code, every code that we use are all copyrighted. You cannot copy them. If you copy them and market it with your trademark, and if they come to know that you have copied their code, they can sue you in the court, and that will cost you a lot. So get a copyright even for the software code that you write. BMU has copyright for so many software codes. Then trade secrets. KFC, आप सब KFC में जाते हो, खाते हो, बर्गर किंग, डोमिनोज, पिज्जा हट, जाके खाते हो ना? They have a unique taste. अब घर में बनाने की कोशिश करो, वो नहीं आता. That's the trade secret, and they have patented it. So this is a confidential business information that they have kept it. Trade secret. Nobody can use it. Okay. So these are called intangible intellectual property. So these are all your property. So, so what can you patent? You can patent the pharmaceuticals, chemicals, all equipments, agricultural products, right? And some kind of vehicle, their design, kuch bhi. You can patent it. So it's better you patent it. Your idea, this is your idea, this is your design, this is your product you came up with, this is your process of making it, right? This is the chemical that you synthesized. Come up with the patent. Now I have a question here. Suppose I give you this metal rod, let's say steel rod, okay? What all you can make out of this rod? Give me 3 examples. I have put 3 arrows. Give me 3 examples.
Electromagnet.
Electromagnet out of this steel rod. No. Oh,
Some
yes.
kind of utensil.
Simple
Sorry?
weapon. Simple weapon.
A blind stick for blind people.
After sharp.
Blind stick के लिए तो तुम्हें बहुत कुछ तुम्हें उसमें लगाना पड़ेगा तब जाके. I give you only a rod.
A simple weapon. After sharpening it, maybe.
Exactly. Sharpen it at the edge. It can become a simple weapon, right? Or just make it all pin. All pin देखा आप लोगों ने? या कील देखी है? कील.
हाँ.
This is a simple design, right? But these are all patented. Let me tell you, the person who made it first, designed it first, got it patented, and he has created billions of money out of it. Simply this thing. Needle. Make a needle out of it. जिसने सुई बनाई है. He also made this a simple idea. Just एक rod है, उस rod को उसने just थोड़ा सा सामने से sharp कर दिया, and then पीछे से एक छेद बना दिया, and then simply patented it, and that created the sewing needle, right? Or as I said, just simply this is also another sewing this thing. You use it as a crochet or something like that, right? Safety pin. This all pin. Not all pin. What is this called? Paper pin. Paper clip. Right? Paper clip. Paper clip. Such a simple design, but so much useful. And this, all these people, the idea that I'm showing you all this, they have created a lot of money with this simple design. Now somebody came out with this with the paper binder. I said, oh no, this we will not use. Let's use this idea. And now it is also selling like hotcakes. All pins, they modified it in different shapes, and we all buy it. Right? Somebody came up with a plastic cover on this. And also made even the plastic, hard plastic, they make the paper pins. Right? So these are all simple idea. This safety
But this
pin.
design is patented.
Yes.
So
the designs are patented.
so the
The
same
products are
design but
patented.
made out of different material. How is that like?
Yes,
How
you can do it. You can do it. You can simply change the material. Simply change the material with the same design. You can patent it. You have to show, what you have to show is that this has a better property than this. Now you will say that this is of metal, this is conducting. आपको कहीं इलेक्ट्रिकली कहीं पे अगर यूज करना होगा, आप यूज नहीं कर पाएंगे, इसको आप यूज कर पाएंगे. So the applicability. So the novelty. Since this is plastic, this is cheaper than the metal. Cost-wise also effective. Right? And metal है, ये किसी को चुभ गया, कहीं कुछ लग गया, तो चोट लग जाएगी. This is plastic. This will not harm you. You have to show the novelty then. There's the same design. Okay. And also, patents are for the 20 years. After 20 years, your product can be copied. So that is also a point. If within 20 years you are copying that, you have to show the novelty, some changes. What is the change here? The change is the material. Change is the material. And look at the safety pin. Safety pin का तो आज तक design change ही नहीं हुआ है. Safety pin आज भी उसका ये metal से बनता है. उसके साथ कुछ ornaments लगा देते हैं and make it very beautiful. But then safety pin is safety pin. And this person has made billions of dollars with this idea. Okay. Consumer products. Your brush design, your purse का ये जो card रखने का design, pens, clocks, everything, even your comb, your कोल्हापुरी चप्पल. अभी कुछ कोल्हापुरी चप्पल का केस आया था. Do you remember? Where a very popular brand, a Western brand, had copied this chappal. But then Kolhapuri chappal walas, they sued them and they said, you are copying our design. Your pen stand, every material which you use in your daily life, the one who has come up with the design has the design patent. The one who has come up with the product, that what material do we use for the brush, what material to hold it, what material for us to hold it, right? All these things are patented. And the process by which this brush will be made, or the process by which this will be made, this bag will be made, these are all patented. You can actually patent it. So many people are involved in this. Somebody has designed it. Somebody has found out the proper material for it, right? Somebody has found a process to actually get it stitched. All these things are patented. Let me tell you, a company, even if a product company, this consumer product company, even if it goes bankrupt, दिवालिया भी हो जाता है, तो भी उनके पास बहुत प्रॉपर्टी होती है. Why? They have lot of patents with them, and that patents are the value for that company. दिवालिया होने के बाद भी इंडस्ट्री उस कंपनी को खरीदने की कोशिश करते हैं because they have a lot of patent with them. So every single thing which is done, even this button style and all, these are all patented. Okay. Pharmaceutical products. Even this ampule, the label in it, the material in it, the medicine which you have in it, these are all patented. You can get your small idea that can, bring the innovation, or, so, as I said, solve the existing problem. You can get it patented. Okay. Textile and jewelry. You can get your jewelry design patented. They are called design patents. They are called design patents. Textile की जो patents, ये जो patterns हैं, there are certain patterns, right? You have Kanjivaram silk. Kanjivaram silk has a certain patent. The pattern which they have, these are all patented. You cannot copy that. If when you see that pattern, you know this is a Kanjivaram silk. You cannot call it a patola, or you cannot call it a any other Banarsi silk or something like that. No, you cannot. Okay. So all this, even the jewelers, the Tanishq, every design is patented by them. And design mein kahan, kaun sa, every detail is shown in the patent. So one cannot copy the design. If Tanishq find someone using their design and putting their brand name and some other brand name, then Tanishq can sue them. Even the textile, the kind of, you might have seen, पहले cotton आता था, फिर silk आया, फिर different textiles आए, right? Polystyrene आया, then blend आया कुछ, फिर जूट के कपड़े, आजकल जूट के कपड़े भी आने लगे. So those ideas, when you come out with the new textiles, these are all patented. Okay. Now look at this dustbin. देख के बोलोगे तो dustbin है. This is the same dustbin. You use it for the same application, but the design is different. So you can get a design patent out of it. कल को एक अलग से तुम design बनाओ dustbin का, get it patented. If you can prove that this design is much more efficient than all the existing designs in the market, you can get it patented. This is the same article, same applicability, but it has a different shape. Design is different. So this can be, that's what I'm saying, the small things which you add up in the existing thing, also you can patent it if you can prove that it is better than the previous one. Okay, look at this Bisleri. Bisleri trademark. ये जो Bisleri ऐसे लिखा गया है, right? And the green color that is used, these are all trademarks. Nobody can use this green color in any of the water bottles. Bisleri ऐसे ही लिखा जाएगा. So these are the trademarks. They has their own value, they has their own reputation, right? And when you say Bisleri, people can understand, oh, that water, पानी. कई लोग जाके दुकान में बोलते Bisleri देना, पानी नहीं मांगते. Or they don't say mineral water. This is actually a mineral water. They don't call it a mineral water. They call it Bisleri. For example, Xerox. What is a Xerox?
A company, a company of printers and printing materials.
Exactly. Xerox was a company which came up as a photocopier machine. हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, इसका Xerox देना, उस कंपनी के नाम से हम बोलते हैं, but it's actually photocopy. We should say कि हमें photocopy दीजिए, इसका एक photocopy बना दीजिए. But Xerox came up with this trade name, this trademark in the market with the photocopier machine, that Xerox became the synonym for the photocopy. So this trademark has a very high value and the reputation. Bisleri तुम आंख बंद करके पी लोगे, right? Now I have a question here. Can you identify this symbol? Anyone?
Nike, ma'am.
Nike.
Exactly. As soon as you see this mark, you know it's Nike. See the power of trademark. किसी ने एक जरा सा डिजाइन बनाया, एक टिक बना दिया, उसको थोड़ा सा कलर दे दिया, उसको थोड़ा सा, came up with a tick mark in a very innovative way and made the trademark for that company. Now, when you see that, you say, oh, this is Nike. So this is the power of a trademark. So even if you design something, जब तुम्हारा अपना अगर कोई कंपनी खोलते हो, छोटा सा कंपनी खोलते हो, right? शुरू में, if you make a trademark, some logo for it, get it trademarked. It can have a lot of value in long run. Now you see here, this is very interesting. See Honda का symbol देखा आपने? This is the trademark of Honda. Now simply make it italics, Hyundai. Hyundai came up with the trademark by making it italic. Or maybe Honda came up with the trademark by not using not italic, non-italic alphabet. Both are H and they both wanted H in it. See, small innovation here. Hyundai, what it did, it just made it italic. Simple H ko tum italics mein likho, you will find this is Hyundai. Just a small innovation. So think about it. Patents, yeah, innovation, yeah, new idea is not difficult. You have to think in a very simple way. अरे यार इसको इटैलिक कर देते हैं, हमारा बन जाएगा. होंडा ने एच ले लिया, ठीक है, हम इसको इटैलिक कर देते हैं और इस रेक्टेंगुलर उसकी जगह पे और दिस इज अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल में भी, सो उसकी जगह पे जस्ट एक इलिप्टिकल ये डाल देते हैं, हो गया Hyundai. Yes, Shivansh. Shivansh, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Ishan Kumar Sahu. I left from that account and I am with Shivansh now
I
currently.
see. Okay. You want to say something?
No, I was just saying that we both are from one account. Would that be
Oh,
fine?
okay, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you very much. See, such a small innovation, very simple innovation, but this is an innovation because you came up with this idea to make it italic. Right? And this Hyundai now trademark has equal value as that of the Honda. So, if you want to come up with some idea, think in a very simple way first. Okay? आपको ऐसा नहीं सोचना है कि अरे इसको ऐसा करना है तो ये ऐसा नहीं. Simple way. Just try to think in a simple way. Look at this. This we know, Fair and Lovely. But there are some company which wanted to come out with the same product, right? And wanted to show the applicability, same applicability. But what they did with the cover? They changed the name, but changed a shade of the colors, the way they are presenting. But the application of all these three are same. Just like the dustbin, application is same, but they have come up with the design different design. But Fair and Lovely has a very high value rather than these and this. ये आपके नकली भी हो सकते हैं. बहुत नकली products मिलते हैं ना? So those are actually, they cannot make the same cover as that of your Fair and Lovely. So थोड़ा सा tweak करके they came up with this. They can be a genuine products also. Genuine product, but they wanted to market it and show that this is equally good as that of Fair and Lovely. So they gave a very similar look of the Fair and Lovely here. in both the products. So this is the power of trademark. Look at this. Bisleri को इससे copy करना था. Maybe the water is mineral water maybe. What is right? Bilori. And हम जब खरीदने जाएंगे, we don't pay attention whether it is Bisleri or Bilori. If you want Bisleri, be careful with the name. You'll find a lot of copies for the Bisleri, but you cannot see the color. You cannot use the shade. If the shade is same, then Bisleri can sue this company. So they made a look alike, but it is not similar. See, this is the power of the trademark. This trademark is so powerful that people started copying it. So don't let your ideas go waste. Okay. So if you have an inventive idea, an innovative idea, right? What can you do? You can either publish a paper out of it. If you publish a paper, then what will happen? If you publish a paper, everybody will read that paper and get the idea. And maybe one person out of that can make a product out of it and patent it and make the money. But it was your idea. But what is wrong with you? You didn't patent it. You published it. Once you publish it, it is a public property. You're showing it to public. Don't do that. Or you start manufacturing it. ठीक है, हमने बनाया मैंने एक ऑलपिन को लिया, उसको मॉडिफाई किया and मैंने मैन्युफैक्चर करके मार्केट में छोड़ दी. Then somebody else will copy it and मार्केट में उसको डाल देगा. Because they came to know that it is not patented. You modified the design, but you didn't patent it. So what will do? They will take that design, get it patented, and then make money out of it. पता चला कुछ दिनों बाद you are out of market. Because they have made the brand also, trademark बना लिया, उसका patent बना लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, and they are marketing it. So that's why when you have an idea, protect your idea. Protect your idea with your patent. Apply for a patent. So patent is very important, whether it's a design patent or your process patent or product patent or your copyright, trademark, GI tags, right? These are also important. Haldi, hamari haldi GI tagged hai. Hamari basmati rice. If some other country produces it, they cannot call it a basmati rice. If they want a basmati rice, they have to buy it from India. Okay. So get it patented, apply for the patent, protect your idea because that's your property. Your idea is your property. It's your intellectual property. So protect it. Now, how to do it? In India and all over the world, every country has their own intellectual property offices. We call Office of the Controller General of Patents, right? Designs and trademarks, where you have to apply. This is the patent portal. If you want to apply about it, you can know more about it. Design patents, the trademarks, GIs, copyrights. And this is an institute. This is Rajiv Gandhi National Institute for Intellectual Property Management. You can actually study about the intellectual property management, and you yourself can become an intellectual property lawyer. Let me show you this trademark. This is Ennoble IP company. So our BMU, we have partnered with this Ennoble IP. This is a firm, a company which has IP lawyers with us, who have studied or get trained in this institute or some other institute also. There are many, but this is a government's own institute for the patent management. So you can get trained from here for patent management, and now they manage BMU patents. See BMU logo. This is also trademarked. Okay. So this is where you can apply for the patents. Now somebody asked about the cost. I'll tell you. Period of patent is 20 years. When you get it patented, your process patent, product patent, 20 years. Copyright has a different years. I think it is for 30 years. No, not 30 years. It is for 50 years, 50 to 60 years. You know Harivansh Rai Bachchan? Who is Harivansh Rai Bachchan?
Ma'am, Amitabh Bachchan's father, he was a poet.
Exactly. He was a poet, very renowned poet. Harivansh Rai Bachchan. So his collection of books are all copyrighted. And wo jab bhi sale hota hai, copyright money used to come to Harivansh Rai Bachchan. When he died, Amitabh Bachchan got this money. But now this period of, I think, 60 years is going to end. So now Amitabh Bachchan is fighting for the extension of this period. Okay. So because if the 60 years is gone, after that, anybody can publish it, anybody can use it. Okay, anybody can change it or use it. So he is now fighting for an extension for that copyright so that nothing happens to that Harivansh Rai Bachchan's work. Rabindranath Tagore, he got the Nobel Prize for Literature. All his work is copyrighted by Vishwabharati University. All rights are with Vishwabharati University. So there also, so you see, even trademarks has a particular year. After that, you have to get it renewed. Okay. Similarly, for patents, you can renew it after 20 years. You can, but that costs a lot. Let me show you the fees for the Indian patent. Filing fees is 1,600. People say, oh, it's very costly. For industry, it is 8,000. But for individuals like you and me, when we innovate something, we want to file it, the patent, the filing fee is 1,600. Your examination fee is 4,000. If you want to get it expedited, then you have to spend 8,000 more. But if you don't want, then it is 1,600 plus 4,000, right? And if you add a lot of pages extra, a lot of very thick file you make it, then it costs beyond that. You have to give some additional cost of it. If not, if your filing is within the recommended pages, then you don't pay this extra cost. It's 1,600, 4,000. And now if you want to pay to your attorney, right? Attorney fee bhi agar dekh lu, cost is roughly 30,000 to 50,000. And for industry, if I see it is 60,000, 20,000, 8,000 and attorney वगैरह मिला के 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh, right? Patent fee. But look at the pharmaceutical companies, look at distillery, look at Coca-Cola, every trademark, how much money they are making out of that trademark. Their brand, they have established that brand. Investment is only 1 lakh. For you, investment is hardly 30,000. But if you commercialize that product, if some industry buys that product, okay, I want to buy this idea. Okay, I want to buy this solution. I want to buy this software code which you have. Then you can sell it for a lot, right? Which will be in multiples. So the kind of money you are investing is very less as compared to what you, this attorney fee and all I have told you about, the ennoble IP. But if you hire some government attorney, even this will not cost. This, your patent might be, you can file it within 10,000, 15,000, right? So your patent are not that costly. This is a myth which is actually going around, that filing a patent is very costly. No, this is not costly. Yes, you have to maintain it for 20 years, but that maintenance fee is also very less. We are paying for one patent 800 rupees per year to maintain that patent. Okay, it depends on what kind, 800 to 1,000 rupees per year. But if you commercialize it, it has a very great high returns. So that is why I would say don't waste your ideas, patent them. Okay. And think imagination is a very important than knowledge. That is what Albert Einstein says, because he created all the knowledge with the imagination that, okay, if some scientific this thing is happening like this must be like this, like this. So you have to imagine to get some innovative ideas, right? एक रॉड है, उसको सिंपली जरा सा नीचे से शार्प कर दिया, पीछे से तो एक छेद बना दिया, it became a needle. Somebody made it a safety pin. See, that imagination needs to be there. So imagination is more important than your knowledge. And so give your mind an imagination. And for imagination, you have to question the thing. And this is very important. So thank you very much. With this, I come to an end of this talk. I hope you had a nice, you enjoyed this talk. Yes, Geetika, ma'am, you wanted to say
Ma'am,
something?
yes. Yes, ma'am. I have a query, ma'am, like in regards to this patent application only. So, is there any specific language in which the document needs to be written? Because I mean, is it to be technical language or any language like the children, the type of project synopsis we make? Can
Yeah,
also go
exactly.
for
So the patent form, it has the questions. So
yes,
you have to answer those questions. If you're, suppose you are, it's a process. Suppose you made some chemical process for some product, right? So then you have to show those processes, that it is heated at this temperature, it is stirred for this time, or this is the time for which it is heated, right? After this, you put it in this chemical, maybe your HCl, hydrochloric acid ki zarurat padi, ya NaOH ki zarurat padi, right? You have to show those processes. Some scientific details also, technical details also has to be there. For if it is a product patent or process patent and all. If it is a copyright, of course, your writing is there, your music, your film is there. If it is a design patent, then all those designs has to be there. All the details of the designs has to be there. Front view, top view, side view, all those angles needs to be given. Okay, so it is technical plus how you prove your innovation part that it is better than the existing material.
right,
Got
ma'am,
it?
right. So there is no need to hire any professional for the documentation part.
You can hire. You
Yeah.
can hire. Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
if you, there is some legal language also involved.
Yes,
So it
yes,
is
yes.
always better to hire some attorney.
Yes, right,
Okay.
right.
Some IP attorney for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they will make the document for you.
Yeah. So last time, ma'am, under Kapila program, like there was like funding from the government side for 5 of our projects. So
Mhm.
they funded like for this government fees as well as the 1,200 rupees which you
Examination fee and all.
mentioned. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
But then
So that's a
there
very
was
good
professional
opportunity.
fees. Yeah, yeah.
Very
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
The next question, so answers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ma'am, I wanted to ask that in that patented time that you said 800 per year, so like for 20 years we have to pay every year, or
Yes.
after that also we have to pay?
After that, you, if you want to get your patent extended, then there is a fee. I don't know the detail of it, but you can find it out in your, in our government portal.
Oh, oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Hmm.
I'm requesting everyone, please switch on your camera, please, for some time. And
You need to get clicked.
yeah, thank you, ma'am, for sharing such valuable insights for the simplifying and important topic for our student innovators. I would also like to thank all the ATL student innovators participants for their participation and thoughtful questions. I encourage you to apply today's learnings as you continue developing your ideas and projects as well. On behalf of ACIC-BMU Foundation and BML Munjal University, thank you all for joining us. We look forward to your continued engagement in upcoming sessions. Just a minute. Yep. Thank you. Just give me 1 minute. Ma'am, can you please stop presenting? Yeah. Can you please, everyone, just switch on your camera? Let's everyone. Let's. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Just a minute. Just. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.